Pig Nuts Week 12 coming to you live from the pig pen. It is Pig himself. I have rolled around in tons of mud this weekend with a visitor we had, Gaia and Nima in town. We went to the game, we got them President's Box tickets, and he repaid me by taking me out after, using his party degree to somehow get us in, and then immediately leaving to go to the DJ booth while I walked around like an old creepy dude. They probably thought I was undercover cop, but I think we had a good time. Very hungover, very fat. We'll start with who's back, who's dead, and who's not back but not dead. Of course, let's do college roundup first. FSU incredibly up, of course. Beat UF down. FSU rushed the field. We'll get into more of that later. Incredibly down, and UCF was up 28-0, made it an amazing game. Some random white tight end caught a touchdown at the end. Great game. UCF won. Great comeback by USF. On to who's back. Being fat, like I said, being fat is back. Thanksgiving, I ate a ton of food. I got Sonny's barbecue for the tailgate yesterday. Got a ton of food there. I've been eating barbecue and Thanksgiving leftovers for days. Probably put on 10 pounds. Diet season coming, but for now, being fat is back. Next on who's back, Kanye's presidential campaign. Kanye West announced that he's running for president again in 2024 because he's been doing normal things, of course. He flew in with Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is a top Holocaust denier, a top white supremacist, and a racist and an anti-Semitic guy. He has his own podcast where he talks about super alt-right, racist, anti-Semitic things. And I guess that gets you into a meeting with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Donald Trump, Mar-a-Lago, Kanye and Nick Fuentes with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago had a dinner. It seems like it was a trap for Trump because both Fuentes and Kanye came out saying that Trump is crazy. Trump came out saying that they stink. They asked Trump, why are you having dinner with Nazis? He said, I didn't know they were Nazis. They said, what do you mean you don't know? Not great for Trump. Good for DeSantis. DeSantis was also at the game, at the UFFSU game. Me and Nemo really tried to take a picture with him. Unfortunately, he never left his door, and we were acting real weird around there. I think we're probably on the no-fly list. I was like with my hands in my pockets trying to get into his door. We kept asking him. We said we were two attorneys and we want to take a picture with him. That didn't work. Very drunk, asking to take a picture with DeSantis. He never went to the bathroom. He must have been peeing in cups, but it would have been a great picture for everyone. Who else is back? Mass shootings. There was a Colorado Springs shooting at a gay nightclub, Club Q. Not great, of course. And those gays beat the shit out of him, though. I don't know if you saw the booking photo. The guy got his ass kicked, so good for them. Not great overall, though, of course. Shootings are not good. They also had a weird interview with his dad afterward, where his dad, who's a former porn star, and he does a bunch of meth, and he says that he's super alt-right, says, well, even though he killed all these people, I guess at least he's not gay. Weird, very weird interview. Not great country right now. Other mass shooting at Walmart in Virginia. You had the manager of the Walmart who got into super tons of conspiracy theories. He thought that the government was watching him and his phone got hacked or something. He left a note, really weird. Killed a bunch of people working at Walmart. Not great either. Mass shootings, need to do something about gun legislation, and that's from someone who owns a gun. You want to call me every week and check on my mental health. You want to take away my gun. I'm fine with all that. Not good. Guns down. Mass shootings back, but guns not back. World Cup in Qatar is back. I know a bunch of you guys like FIFA and soccer, and you all played that in college while I was fucking girls, but that, pretty cool. I like watching it every 4 years. USA has been playing okay. We tied with Wales. We tied with England or UK or whoever we played. We watched the game at the tailgate. It was a good game, but we tied again. Iran beat Wales, so we haven't been doing that good. We need to beat Iran on Tuesday. I think it's at like 2 p.m., so we need to beat them. Love the World Cup, though. Who else is back? Matt Rule. Matt Rule, that fat slob who got fired by the Panthers. He's back with Nebraska. Good for the Panthers. They don't have to pay the rest of his salary. I guess good for Nebraska. It's a big name. I don't think he's great, but he's not terrible. I guess it's probably the best Nebraska can do. So good for them. Who's dead? Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, it seems the Jets hate Zach Wilson, and there's a lot to hate. He's not very good. He was drafted second overall. He's a whiny, rich, crybaby white guy. Who says that none of it's his fault. He came out after the game. They scored 3 points, and the defense only let up 3 points, and they still lost. The past 2 games, the defense is playing unreal, and Zach Wilson's basically saying it's everyone's fault but his. There was a tweet that said that he was benched, and 16 Jets players liked it, so clearly they hate him. He tried to apologize. That didn't work. Mike White starting. I know that Saleh said that he's not back, but he's not dead, and he may have a chance in the future. I think he's dead. Zach Wilson's awful. Who else is dead? Anyone at the World Cup? I don't know if you've seen, it's basically super fry fest there. You're living in shipping containers with communal toilets and bathrooms. There's like no running water, there's no Wi Fi, there's no showers. And you're paying $200 a day to stay in these rinky dink shipping containers, and you better not be gay or else they'll kill you. Not a good time. In Qatar, you also can't drink any alcohol, so you're soberly sweating in a shipping container. Not the best of times in Qatar. Who else is dead? The Squid Game old man. The old man from Squid Game. Great show, of course. Everyone likes that old guy. Turns out he sexually assaulted someone in 2017 in Korea. He came out and said that he held her hand to get her across a lake or something, and that he apologized, but he didn't apologize for doing anything wrong. He apologized she was offended. I think he had to have done something more than hold her hand if they're indicting you in Korea. I don't know if that's a big deal if you get indicted with sexual assault in Korea. Do they kill you? Do they just slap you on the wrist? I don't know. A big development for Squid Game season 2, I guess, because he's, pretty good, I think. A big part of the show, so we'll see what happens with him. Next up on Who's Dead, and I don't think this is conspiracy theory. This is not tinfoil pig. This is, I think, normal pig. Balenciaga. Balenciaga did a new ad campaign with child models holding bondage teddy bears. And everyone's like, that's weird. I don't love that. And then in a bunch of their other ads, they had just like normal people wearing their clothes, but then on their desk, they had federal court cases that people zoomed in on. And one of them was U.S. v. Williams. It's a federal court case that says images of making child porn is illegal, but producing and distributing sexual graphic images of children is okay as long as it's not obscene. They also had a page for Ashcroft v. Free Speech Co., which says that computer generated or altered virtual child porn is okay. Not great for Balenciaga. They also had a picture of a woman at her desk, and in the back is a book by Michael Bormans. And this is a guy who paints pictures of child sex, basically. Child sex is what he paints. I didn't know there was a big market for child sex paintings, but he seems to be a famous child sex guy. Not great. They also had another photo of Balenciaga, spelled Baal, Balenciaga. Turns out Baal is an ancient deity that was known for fertility, but also known for sacrificing children. So maybe Kanye was right and Balenciaga is drinking kids' blood and sacrificing kids. I don't know. Still Kanye down for sure, but Balenciaga also down. It's also not that much of a conspiracy theory because Balenciaga had to delete all their posts and apologize, so that's weird. Don't love that. Who's not back but not dead? Storming the field. Texas A&M stormed the field against LSU. South Carolina stormed against Clemson. Oregon State stormed against Oregon. One of the Oregon players punched the shit out of an Oregon State kid. I don't know if you saw that, but go look it up. And then FSU, of course, stormed against UF. Do I like storming the field? I mean, yeah, it's cool to watch. Do I think you should storm the field when you're 10-point favorites at home? No. Do I get why FSU did it? Yeah, the program's been in shambles for a long time. This feels like we finally, did something and the program's on the rise. I get it. Do I love it? Nah, I don't love it, but I'll take it. Moving on, we got NFL weather. Chicago at Jets. Rain all game. It's Mike White versus Trevor Siemian. Actually, they just said that Trevor Siemian's out because he tweaked his oblique in the pregame warm-up, so it's Nathan Peterman versus Mike White. It's going to be a horrific, sloppy, disgusting game. Hammer the under on that, whatever it is. If it's 10 points, hammer the under. Atlanta at Washington, heavy rain pregame into the start, so you're going to get some rain there. The field's going to be a little wet, probably people tearing their ACLs. Let's move into Show of the Week. New segment, Show of the Week. Chippendales on Hulu. Amazing show. It has that Indian guy that we all like from a bunch of stuff in it. He's very good. Show's amazing. I didn't know that the Chippendales story was that good. Really good so far. I've seen 2 episodes. You should watch it. Chippendales on Hulu. That's that. Shit, I didn't do the matchups. Okay, I will come back to you with the matchups, but let me give you the picks. Browns plus 3.5 at home against the Bucks. I like that. It's going to be the last game for Jacoby Brissett. I think that they play for Brissett. I think the Bucks are kind of not good. They're at home. The Browns are getting 3.5. I like the Browns team mostly. Jacoby's going to have one last chance at glory because he'll probably never start another game again. Give me Browns 3.5. Of course, I love the Jags. I always love the Jags, betting on the Jags. Jags plus 3.5 at home against the Ravens. The Ravens have no wide receivers playing at all. Deshaun Jackson's like their number 1 right now. Isaiah Likely's out. A bunch of their guys are banged up. Lamar has not been playing that good. I like the Jags plus 3.5 at home. I also like the over 43. The Ravens will still put up some points. Jags are going to put up a bunch of points. Ravens defense kind of sus. Love the over 43. Like the Jags plus 3.5. And I also like Jags money line. Of course, I'm taking Fins minus 14 at home against the Texans. Is it a trap bet? Probably. They're playing I forgot who at quarterback. They benched Mills, and they're playing whoever at quarterback. Is it a trap? Probably. Am I going to take it? Yes. Sorry I didn't do the matchups, I guess. I don't know what happened, but I will either make another video or text you guys what I think. Have a good one.